After school, Ghana and Fitri hurried to the hillside near their school. Fitri, as always, was bursting with energy and in high spirits, while Ghana struggled to keep up, already winded from chasing her.
Wait for me.
Ha ha ha, run faster, slowpoke.
Hey, don't leave me alone in this forest.
All right. You really are afraid of being left alone.
Hey, being left alone is scary, you know.
They ventured deeper into the forest, the sound of splashing water growing louder with each step. When they finally reached their destination, Ghana was mesmerized by the stunning scenery before him. A waterfall cascading into a shimmering pool.
How is it? This is my secret place for training.
This is beautiful.
Hee hee, you know what? I'm going to become a martial arts champion someday.
That's awesome, Fitri. If you don't have the brains, you should rely on muscles more.
Fitri playfully punched Ghana in the stomach, taking offense at his teasing implication.
Ouch.
Hey, I'm ranked 3rd in the class, okay? I'm smart and strong.
Hey, I'm ranked 1st. I'm smarter and stronger. I mean, I take your punches and still lose.
I'm holding back my true power. If I unleashed it, the world would be destroyed.
They laughed and played around the waterfall, catching frogs to see which ones could jump the farthest, playing hide and seek, and splashing water at each other. After a while, they sat side by side, looking up at the sky.
You're not bad for a loner.
I thought I didn't need any friends, but having friends is so much fun. I really like you, Fitri.
I like you too, Ghana. So, why did you think having friends wasn't necessary?
Ghana dropped onto the ground, lying on his back as he gazed up at the sky.
My dad is my best friend. I play lots of games with him and can tell him anything without worrying. My mom is my first love. I can't do anything without her. I can't even start my day before she wakes me up.
I see. So, you felt like you already had everything you needed and didn't want to add anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
You mentioned your big sister before. What about her?
Ghana giggled for no reason, prompting Fitri to drop onto the ground as well, lying next to him with their heads close together as they both looked at the sky.
Come on, tell me. I want to know.
My big sister, she's perfect. I love her so much.
Perfect. Can she do karate like me?
My big sister could punch you all the way to America and you'd land in China.
Oh, so you're boasting about your family now? Fine, my papa can punch your papa to West Korea and he'll be late for work.
Hey, there's no such thing as West Korea.
Not yet. But there will be after my papa punches your dad there.
Ghana and Fitri burst into laughter, giggling even harder when Fitri playfully mimicked hitting Ghana, making him roll around on the ground. Fitri glanced around, her eyes darting left and right as if searching for something elusive.
Are you looking for something?
The huge penguin.
Ghana raised an eyebrow, curious but amused.
Huge penguin? What do you mean?
Some local kids say it's the forest spirit that watches over anyone who walks in the forest. It often gives me fish when I'm training in this place.
Fish? So, this huge penguin feeds you?
Yes, sometimes it shows itself from afar, dancing.
That's an amusing huge penguin.
Hey, I'm telling the truth.
I believe you, Fitri. Maybe it really is a forest spirit.
I told you that before.
Yeah, they're gentle beings, deeply connected to nature. They love all living creatures, and even when people destroy the forest, they can only watch and pity them.
I know why the forest spirit pities them, because they're destroying the lungs of the world, something they'll end up needing in the end.
Exactly.
Where did you learn about this stuff?
My mom.
As the evening approached, Ghana and Fitri made their way back from Fitri's secret spot, their clothes still wet from their water fight. They carried their shoes and walked barefoot, feeling the earth beneath their feet.
What should we call that place? How about our base?
My base. You're just a visitor.
Hey, I don't see your nameplate on it.
I don't see yours either, so that makes it mine.
As they walked, a rustling noise came from a nearby bush.
What's that?
Probably a rabbit.
The rustling grew more intense, and suddenly, a dog emerged. Its mouth was foaming, and it moved with an aggressive, jerky motion.
Haha, look at that dog. Did it eat some telephone brand soap?
Fitri, we need to run. That dog infected with rabies.
Fitri instinctively grabbed a stone and a stick, positioning herself in front of Ghana. The dog growled and lunged toward them, its eyes wild. Fitri threw the stone, but it sailed past the dog. As it closed in, she swung the stick with all her strength, connecting with the dog and sending it sprawling backward.
Let's get out of here.
Ghana grabbed Fitri's arm, urging her to run.
I can fight the dog.
Are you crazy? It has rabies. We're not becoming its dinner.
I can win.
No, we run.
Ghana pulled Fitri along, and they sprinted away from the snarling dog, which was still hot on their heels.
It's catching up.
Let me fight it. I can win if I push myself to the brink.
Ghana ignored her protests, dragging her away from the danger. Despite their efforts, the dog was closing the distance. As they reached a hill, the dog leapt toward them. Ghana shoved Fitri to one side while he dove in the opposite direction. The dog sailed between them, failing to see the steep cliff in front of it. With a yelp, it tumbled into the ravine below. The dog managed to cling to the edge of the cliff, scrabbling desperately to climb back up. Fitri, still holding the wooden stick, saw its frantic struggle and swung the stick down hard on its head.
Hi-ya!
With a yelp, the dog lost its grip and tumbled down the ravine. A loud thud echoed up from below. Ghana and Fitri looked at each other, panting from exhaustion. Then, to Fitri's surprise, Ghana began to cry.
Hey, why are you crying?
I was so scared. Big sister, help me.
You just beat the dog.
Seeing Ghana's tears, Fitri moved closer and gently rubbed his back.
There. Come on, I'll take you home.
Fitri took Ghana's hand, and together they walked back in silence, still trembling from their ordeal. As they approached Ghana's home, Fitri kept a firm grip on his hand, offering comfort and strength. Once they reached Ghana's house, Fitri knocked on the door.
Excuse me.
Bazit opened the door, her eyes widening as she took in their disheveled and dirty appearance.
What happened to him?
Fitri began to explain, and with each word, Bazit's expression grew more intense with concern and anger.
That's why I brought Ghana here. He's the hero who saved me. I mean, I could have beaten the dog with my karate, but Ghana pulled me away from the fight. He's still a hero, though.
Sweetheart, get inside.
Ghana stepped into the house but turned to wave at Fitri before closing the door. Fitri waved back with a reassuring smile.
I should head back.
Yes, thank you, Fitri. Be careful on your way back.
As Fitri was out of sight, Bazit slammed the door. Ghana quickly looked back and had never seen Bazit this angry before.
Mom? Dad?
Mom and Dad are coming home late. You really have done it. You make Big Sister worried so much. Going to the hillside without telling me? Feeling like an adult, huh?
I just want to play.
Bazit cracks her knuckles as Ghana moves back slowly. In the end, Bazit pulls Ghana's pants and puts him upside down on her lap. She slaps Ghana's butt so hard that he is crying.
I repent. Forgive me. Big sister, forgive me.
Bazit keeps slapping Ghana on the butt until the butt cheeks become so red. Ghana cried even louder.
Big sister, I love you, please stop.
Hearing Ghana say he loves her, Bazit doesn't have the heart to continue. She quickly hugs Ghana and soothes him.
I am sorry I went overboard. Mom and Dad never hit you, but here I am hit you because of my anger and worry.
It hurts.
I know, I am sorry. Promise me, no more venture into the woods. Okay? Sweetheart?
Ghana gives a silent nod to Bazit. He clung to Bazit and cannot sit on her lap because his butt is hurt so much. Bazit took Ghana to get a clean bath, and they took a bath together, but this time Ghana distanced himself from Bazit. Bazit didn't want to bother Ghana. She knew she had made mistakes.
Sweetheart, is it still hurt?
Ghana just nodded. Bazit is a bit surprised that Ghana didn't hate her. Perhaps because he loves her so much that hate couldn't overcome the feeling he has. Bazit is a bit guilty, but if she does not punish him, in the future he will venture further than just the forest. Bazit only pats Ghana's head gently while they're taking a bath together.
Hello again. So, Fitri mentioned a giant penguin that often safeguards her and secretly leaves fish for her while she's training. You might be curious to see this giant penguin. You may have already caught a glimpse of it in the community post. If you go back to that post, you'll find a scene where the family visits Indonesia, the protagonist's birthplace. In that scene, Mordred spots the giant penguin. Altria jokingly commented that Mordred wasn't wearing deodorant, which gave her a unique body scent that the protagonist found amusing. Indonesia is quite hot, so Mordred was a bit sweaty, and this giant penguin spirit was drawn to her scent, just like it was drawn to Fitri's hard-working, sweat-soaked training sessions. Oh, and one more thing, the protagonist had never been in that forest before, so how did he know where to go? When he pulled Fitri away, he was actually following a figure that kept gesturing for them to follow. That's how Ghana knew where to go and what to do. And yes, I hit my beloved little brother out of fear of losing him. Shame on me, I know, but I had to do it because if I didn't, he might do something reckless again. Trust me on that. That's all for now, see you in the next episode.